this room, and then also like the people that I don't really know and I'm excited to get to meet. And I'm Anna, if I didn't make that clear. I'm the artist. I made this. All of it, yes, including the art. Whoa. Yes. I'm gonna spend just like a few minutes to kind of give you a small rundown of this exhibition overall, to hopefully answer a few questions, and then I am happy to take just a couple of questions as well if anyone wants to hear about like a particular piece. I would happily answer a few questions, but then I'd love to just like be with everybody as well. So yeah, this exhibition, Placid Thoughts from Inside Her Eyelids, was, I think I've been talking about it as like 6-10 years in the making, something like that, but like in reality it's like my entire lifetime, right? Like everything in this room is like the product of my experiences and my life and the things that I'm sort of grappling with, and that doesn't just happen in like a year or 30 minutes, it happens across your whole life. Everything in this room is fabric. Yeah, that's not a lie, that's true. And yeah, so fabric is really important to me. It comes from growing up in a household where fabric and fibers were very much a part of the big milestones. My Aunt Mary is here somewhere. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Waving in the back. She's a huge quilter, and for sort of milestones in our lifetime, we would receive like a quilt, and that like marked your graduation, or it marked a wedding, like things like that. My mother, who is also here, hi Mom, I won't make you cry today. I won't cry either. She's an industrial embroiderer, or was my entire life growing up. She graduated from FIT and did so much theatrical set design work, and so I was just kind of surrounded by fabric and fibers and creative people. And so for me, there's like a huge tie to that, obviously, within my work. And it was a logical step when I was at the end of my undergraduate career to sort of shift back into that, because it's like, you know, you learn the other mediums, you learn how to paint, you learn how to do photography, you learn drawing and sculpture, and then you kind of end up asking yourself, like, what are your roots again? And I brought myself back to that. So this front space here is the work that I think is the pinnacle of what I've been doing, and it's the direction I want to keep moving in. But to get to this room of pieces, I had to do all of the stuff that's in the back and more. So everything in the Placid Thoughts space, which is meant to be more of a sort of more about process and experiencing pieces and trying ideas that maybe are successful on their own but don't fit into the larger narrative that's in this room anymore, which is totally fine. They exist in their own way. Yeah, so the pieces back there that really got me going were actually the artist books, and they're sort of central to that space. They're fabric as well, and I just remembered, I was thinking about learning and relearning and language and wanting to use my voice and to feel heard and to feel understood, and so I turned to books, right? Because books fundamentally are something that we all know how to use. Even if you are not able to read, you kind of get the concept of turn the page at the bare minimum. And so I started making artist books. And the books, there's one back there that's a blue book that I did not make, that we learned recently that my sister and her mom made. It was the one that was in the back of my mind as I was thinking about making and relearning fabric books. So I wanted to give an homage to that, so it's included in the exhibition. And ironically, while I was using books as a tool for communication, I was completely or pretty much unable to put my own words into them. So the early books are like line drawings mostly, but fabric, or things like that are sculptural, and not so much words. And so when I was able, I finally, there's a couple books that do have words in them, but then when I really stepped away from using the book as a format and a tool, and maybe thinking about the page, which maybe these could be looked at as, I was finally able to like let my voice shine through. So that's sort of a brief overview of what's happening in the space. Spaces. Yeah, and I'd be happy to, if anyone would like me to talk about one particular piece,